Here's our Peregrine Falcon. We're at the south end of the Bezos pond, and this Peregrine Falcon is back again this year. We're all excited about it. Got the same perch as he used, and we saw one over at the Heritage Farm a few days ago. So if you will, better come over here and check and see if one shows up here, and this may even be the same bird. So Jolene says, well, we're down here getting photos of the red-shouldered hawk at the Heritage Farm, so let's go check out Bezos Pond and see if that peregrine's here, and sure enough, here he is. So we'll be keeping a close eye on it. We'll share this with our friends, and we'll come back on a regular basis now to always check up on the peregrine. He's not afraid of trains. They blow their horn and whistle, and he doesn't care. He hunts the interurban trail here. Oh, he's going to scratch up and put on a show for us. We figure where he sleeps at night, there's an overpass just south here, a bridge. It's high enough over the tracks so he can get up in there and roost at night and stay dry, just like a cliff for him. So that's why we always see him hunting in this area, because it's close to where he's roosting. So well, we are all excited about it. He's going to work on those feathers for us. Well, we certainly like that. And the people that run this facility, they know what we're doing here. We let them know exactly about the peregrine, and they're all excited about it. So when they see this video, they'll be glad to see that their mascot is back, the Peregrine Falcon. Yep, it hangs out here at the substation. So it's right along the interurban trail, so any ducks or starlings or anything that's working the trail, he can come off here from this height. It's got great elevation, stoop down and get them. So it's easy for the peregrine to get his lunch and his breakfast here. So but this is just absolutely perfect. Come down at the right time again, and glad to see our peregrine is back. And last year he hung out here till just about nesting season, then took off, so hopefully it'll be again this year. So we'll definitely call that good and watch him preen a little bit. We've been waiting all year to get a good shot at the peregrine. And he's right here at that substation. And just right at the south end of the Bezos pond. We pull in behind the facilities there and park by the urban trail, and right on the High Line, that's where he is. And he always see him here last year many times. It's his favorite perch. All right, we'll back off a little bit. There we go. Keep it in focus. When it gets fuzzy like this, the weather is hard to focus, but he's doing pretty good. Back off just a smidge for him. There we go. We'll watch him there and finish up the preening. Like I say, when the train goes by, he could care less, because he's roosting under that bridge. You'll hear him come through, and it doesn't bother him. We watched them last year sit here when they blew their horns and went by. It didn't fly at all. So, oh yeah, stretch that leg out, putting on a good show for us. Gee whiz, how cool is that? Doing a complete workover, because it rained last night, so now it's getting his feathers all squared away. We're thoroughly enjoying it. Fastest creature on the planet Earth, Peregrine Falcon. Yep. And go into a stoop dive over 200 miles an hour. All right then. Watch him work those feathers. Normally they're just sitting, but when they're at the damp evening and they got to get their feathers all in shape, it gives us a good chance to watch him preen and see him from many angles. So we'll be coming back on a regular basis. Got another spot on the cell phone tower he uses, so we'll be watching that spot too. So but all our birder friends will be excited about this. Our Peregrine Falcon is back, and it should be here all winter for us. And we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to let it run. As long as he's preening the feathers, he's putting on a show. We're going to watch it. Good filtered light. And you can see how yellow his feet. Good shape, good healthy looking bird. And like I said, probably one that nested under one of the bridges or somewhere in the area, not far away. And then after the youngsters have fledged and they're all trained, they take off down here and winter out and do their thing. Get his talons and everything cleaned up, and scratch up a little bit. So you see, sometimes it's good to get a little rain. It makes our birds have to work their feathers and do a complete makeover for us. And it's definitely doing that. This is our adult Peregrine Falcon. Back again by the Bezos pond. Alright, he's in the perfect spot. We got him here last year many times, so I'm going to give him a little bit more as long as he's preening. Very seldom get to see all this activity. 1 foot up, just carrying on here. Alright, I hear ducks calling over at the pond. Now he's going in the back here a little bit. Like I say, they stay well oiled up, keep their feathers waterproofed, and when they eat or whatever, they usually bathe every day anyway, so they like the water. They like to have their bath. And then, of course, over at the Bezos Pond, there's plenty of places to bathe, and in the ditch along the urban trail too. So as far as a place to bathe, he's got plenty of spots. Oh yeah. We got several good photos and videos of this one last year, so I'm glad to start this series and see what happens here. I think I'm going to try to get a couple of still shots then. I'll give him just a couple more seconds here. Maybe he'll do a stretch for us. I like when they stretch out their wings and their leg. So I think they're just interested in getting the feathers all oiled up and squared away. Good looking bird. Adult Peregrine Falcon. Got a lot of them nesting on the bridges and on the buildings in Seattle, and have several pairs that nest here in the area. It's Peregrine Falcon territory. Renton and Seattle area, my goodness. Alright then, we're going to do the tail, looks like now. Got that fanned out. Alright. Well, I think we're going to have to call that pretty much good. When he turns around here, we'll try to get some still shots then.